Welcome again to Patugi Points. And it's been quite a while. I remember the last episode we did was Baba Special, Raila Odinga Special, which if you have not seen, we'll just go through this channel and you'll find it. It's the very last episode that we did. It was all about Baba, Raila Odinga was something, hate him, like him. It was something about in this nation. But then we are back now in our show, and today we are going to talk about a number of things, but the main focus will be animals. But before we talk about animals and their unique or queer behavior, please, if it's the first time to view this channel, feel free to comment, like, and also subscribe so that you don't miss details of every week or every time we publish Patugi Points. These are light-hearted or educational comments about life, social life, and spiritual life and others, with a light touch, of course, and a bit of learning. So here we go today. What do you know about containers? Containers, those boxes, which are usually, are used when you are transporting stuff in the ships. But then they have also got a new usage these days, because you can get houses fabricated or shops fabricated from old containers. But then, what do you know about containers? I did a bit of digging, and I came to understand that containers are actually unsung heroes of the global trade globally. The modern shipping container was invented not recently, they are not so recent. The first one was invented in 1956. That is over almost 70 years ago, by a guy called Malcolm McLeod. And this revolutionized how goods move worldwide from one place to another. So standard containers are about 20 or 40 feet long and can use to carry almost anything, from cars, coffee beans, and so on. And about 90% of the world trade travel by sea in containers. And there are roughly 20 million of them in circulation today. There are more than 20 million containers in circulation, meaning new ones are being made while old ones have been changed into shops, buildings, and so on. Some containers even get repulsed by trendy homes. That means as I said, they get repurposed. They are, changed into trendy homes, cafe, and even offices. And the biggest ships in the world can carry 24,000 containers at once. One fun fact about containers is that a lost container can float for months, becoming tiny drift island of goods. Meaning, although it's made of metal, but it's made in such a way that if it fell into the water, it can float around and can float for months. And the goods will still be good. And so the containers are so special, so important in the modern world that people travel all over the place to look for containers. Like this guy we are going to see, he had traveled through thick and thin, through deserts to get his container. He's so excited that he's driving back home with his container. Let's watch. And so now let's go to the animals. I told you this Patugi Points is focusing on animals and a bit more later on, as you can see. So we start with the first animal. We know the largest mammal on land is the elephant. And the elephants are among the most intelligent animals on earth. Their brains are largest of any mammal, over 5 kilograms, and packed with complex neurons for memory and emotion. Yeah, they have emotions too. They can recognize themselves in mirrors, use tools, and even understand human gestures. Elephants form deep social bonds. They mourn their dead and show empathy towards others, including different species. They remember water sources and migration routes for decades and can communicate through low frequency sounds that travel for miles. So when you see elephants invading farms, like we hear somewhere in Nyahururu or Laikipia, we keep on getting news of elephants invading farms. It's not the elephant that are invading farms, it's the farmers. We invaded elephant route. The elephant, I remember this was our route, and so they come. So what do we do now? Do we get out of the way for the elephants? Or how do we do it? Because at the same time we know land is getting scarce. That is a thought to consider. So studies also show that elephants can solve problems cooperatively and they display creativity while playing. In short, elephants think, feel, and remember in ways striking similar to humans. And if you do something good to an elephant, it will remember and come back to thank you, like it happened here. I read somewhere that if you're in darkness at night and you're in a room and that tiny mosquito is harassing you, it's just tiny, it's a small thing that you can smack and kill it. But it can give you sleepless nights if you can't see it, if you don't have the light. For the same reason or similar situation, we have these guys, they look like Masai Moran. Maybe they are, but I'm not sure. They are known for killing. I'm talking about the video, the clip that's following. They look like Masai, although I can't be for sure. But Masais are known to kill lions, either alone or in a group. I mean, either in a group of Morans or individually using the spear. And even human beings have known to kill, at least in the Bible. We are told one guy killed a lion with bare hands. So we have known humans can kill huge animals. But what happens when they are attacked by a bee? Bee or bees, swarm of bees. And if you're attacked by swarms of bees, don't do like these guys that you're going to see. If bees attack you and you lack protective gear, run quickly to a shelter, preferably indoors or in a car or matatu. Cover your face, especially your eyes and mouth. Do not swat the bees. It angers them more. They become more angry. Keep moving in a straight line and avoid water. They may wait above the water. You can go into the water, swimming pool or river, whatever, thinking that you're avoiding them, but they will hang around, swimming over there. So are you going to run out of breath, or you're going to risk coming up and breathing and getting stung? Again, we've heard that you can lie flat on the, at least I thought, if you lie down flat on the ground, you are safe. But according to the research idea that lying flat on the ground is not a good idea during a bee's attack. Bees may continue stinging you even while you are there, especially around your head and neck. Sting still makes you easy target. It is safer to keep running to shelter a cow house or enclosed space until bees stop following. But you don't do like these guys. So you are eating, you're having your barbecue, you are enjoying your barbecue, eating that rib, enjoying it. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the chunk of meat you are holding in your hand is not there. It disappears. How? A hawk you have not seen, which was wriggling above your head, grabs it and away it goes. And you are left in shock because it was so sudden. And so we are told eating meat in open field can attack hawks, whose sharp talons and swift drives can make them real danger. To protect yourself, avoid holding exposed meat in the hands or above your head. To put a number in the open, like this, and guys out there eating. Keep food covered in containers. Eat under a shelter, tree canopy, or shaded structure that obstructs a hawk's flight path. Stay aware of your surroundings. Hawks often circle quietly before swooping. If you notice one nearby, stay calm, cover the food, and avoid sudden movements. Eating with a group can also reduce likelihood of hawk approaching. Prevention and awareness are your best protection. Yeah. So eat in groups or eat under protective care. Understand if you sat or stood near a post or a tree, it's not easy for a hawk to attack you because you avoid hitting or crashing into the tree or post. Yeah. You have been told, you have been warned. And then birds, they can build in strange places, particularly when there are no trees, like in urban centers. And so in urban centers, birds often choose surprising places to build their nests. In a traffic lights, on a balcony, flower pots, shop signboards, old booths, rooftop gutters, security camera hosting, and even the tops of street light poles. These unusual spots offer warmth, shelter, and safety from predators in a busy city environment. Okay, enough about birds. So let's talk about relationship, particularly jealousy and insecurity, this time among men. And we are told that insecurity can turn love into a battlefield. When a man lives in fear of losing his partner, he may begin to act in ways that are controlling, suffocating, or even destructive. Instead of building trust, he tries to guard, monitor, or limit her world, believing it will keep her faithful. But insecurity doesn't protect relationships, it poisons them. In this clip, we explore surprising and sometimes shocking things insecure and jealous men do to prevent their partners from cheating, and why these behaviors reveal more about their inner wounds than their partner's action. Nipa mimi. Let's look at it.
Wapi? Kifua sikunipa mimi, katia mkononi, wewe kasikia tu hapo. Wewe utasikia, nipa mimi nitie mkononi.
Sasa utajua nataka uweke wapi exactly.
Nionyesha wewe. Kaika wapi? Utompima mke wangu na hiyo mimi kasikia. Bwana, niambia mimi mwenyewe. Usiweke, hutoweka mkono daktari bwana. Wewe niambia mimi nitaweza. Sasa hii mkono kifuani. Ana hiyo nini? Tulia somoe la tua ituze hapa kapitishe na hongo tena batakapitishe kwapo hapo kifuani. Kapitisha mimi mwenyewe. Takusaidia mimi, sina neno, takusaidia. Ino kwapa ono. Ngoje utao.
Wewe wanidunga na mshikirudi atakivunja huo.
Basi kutua somoe.
Kwani wewe kazi yako?
Daktari mimi nitakusaidia. Eka mwenyewe. Basi mimi nitakuweka mimi.
Wanidunga na mshikirudi. Daktari yetu.
Somoe. Mambo gani haya wewe mke wangu?
Basi wacha nisubirie.
Hapa tutaelewana. Sheria dini mwenyewe.
Sasa inabidi apate sindano ambayo itamsaidia
kwenye mkono.
hii sindano hii.
Hapo sindano pia kwenye mkono daktari sawa. Somo ila inuka. Tuuze. Babi
Kwenye makalio.
Utompija kwenye makalio. Hata wewe takotoke nde mimi tambonyeza mwenyewe.
Au mrongo.
Umesomea udaktari?
Tandunga mwenyewe, nimekwambia ikiwa huwezi kundunga kwenye mkono na kwenye huko kwenye makalio hafungui. Bebe toka mimi nindunge mwenyewe. Nionyesha tu tandunga yeye.
Ndunga uwezi baba.
Yao tuko.
Yaani hiyo ni mara moja tu hapa nyuma.
Hakuna hapa nyuma. Angalia. Tadunga mwenyewe ikiwa waweza ndunge mkono, huwezi bwana tana na sindano mpeda.
Joto haitaki.
Mpe dawa za joto, si lazima sindano bwana. Hii sindano sinduje mke wangu, haikuwezekani. Daktari. Fahamu wewe ni Muislamu Gobe na makandu hapo ti. Hii sheria gani? Mwangalie makalio ya wake za watu jamani. Kuna mambo mengine hatuwezi kuruhusu. Mimi na yua dini shekhe. Zako bwana Leni. Twende bwana Suo. Chana naye mke wangu. Shika ziada.
Umwa. Kazi yako kumpangia pangia.
Umwa.
Usi kazi yake, usirajua kazi yake.
Ela twende.
Kwani mimi ndio nitakuwa msichana kwanza hebu.
Nimekwambia somoe. Wewe si msichana ni mke wangu.
Tuna mlako na watoto. Taratibu na mimba yangu, taratibu. Utapandisha mashindani yako.
Tatua.
Nipishe mimi.
Hasira zako kwa hiyo alikuwa. Kwa hiyo raha yako ilikuwa uonekane. Wewe utanambia wewe na udaktari mna nini? Wewe daktari bwana, heshima na wake za watu. Ni Waislamu nini nyinyi Baswahili tu nyinyi. Hata ulione haya. Aibu hizi bwana. Nani ati?
Reflex action. If I suddenly came to a room where you are with a jug of water and I told you it's The jug is holding steaming hot water and suddenly throw it at you. How are you going to react? Reflex. Are you going to scream, waiting to be burnt, only to realize the water wasn't hot at all? So in reflex action, the body responds instantly without involving conscious thought. A stimulus triggers sensory nerves which send signal to the spinal cord. The spinal cord immediately directs motor nerves to act, like pulling your hand from the heat, while the brain receives the information afterwards. This protects the body from harm quickly. So, I throw you cold water, which you believe it was hot water. Well, not really cold, but lukewarm water or room temperature water. I throw at you and you're thinking steaming hot. You know you can even get blisters just because the mind is so strong. It prepares your body for any eventuality. It protects you. But sometimes don't we overdo it when we pretend it's a reflex action, but we go beyond the normal reaction? Thought. Then we have toddlers who are very bright. You ask them many questions, they have the answers. Like this kid who was asked, kazi ya mtoto ni nini? What is the work of a kid? Okay, first he explained the job, the work for an adult, a parent, a father, and then the mother. Then he gave, the list of what a kid like him is supposed to do.
Jamaa mnipika.
Na ingine.
Kunikulisha.
Na ingine.
Kuvalisha.
Kukuvalisha.
Nusautia.
Ati kukushautia. Na yangu.
Na kazi yako daddy.
Kazi yangu ni
kubuy food.
Kubuy food.
Na kulipa rent.
Kulipa rent. Na wewe?
Na mimi kazi yangu ni kusumbua.
Ai, ati kusumbua?
Kupasua simu zenu. Na kulianga vyo.
Ati kulia ovyo juu?
Siku baba mimi mtoto.
Ati what?
Sababu mimi mtoto.
William mali umefikia.
Finally, we finish with character description. Or what is a braggart? Who is a braggart? A braggart, or let's put it this way: somebody who speaks loudly, talks loudly to show off stuff, achievements, just to be a center of attraction. Is a person who is bragging, and so is a braggart. So imagine such a person in a public transport. Such a person, a braggart on a public transport, also often raises their voices to everyone around, so everyone around can hear their achievements, real or exaggerated. They thrive on attention and validation, using storytelling to elevate their status. Their confidence usually marks deep insecurity, making them crave public admiration. They tend to dominate conversation, interrupt others, and dramatize events to appear superior. Braggarts often exaggerate success, name-dropping influential people, or highlights expensive possessions. While they may seem to be bold, their behavior can make others uncomfortable, as it often feels forced. showy and unnecessary. Like this friend of ours who was in this matatu, he was trying to show off that he can speak Chinese. The only problem that the rest of the people in the matatu were not Chinese speakers. They didn't understand a word. So they are not even sure whether he was actually speaking Chinese or pretending.
Oh, sure. 你打我们姐姐的我可。也是个小哥哥的，跟着同学的话，我希望我了，两位姐姐的我合适了。谢希望可以知道，我不记得，你是我是我，你康贵康富，我打回去的了。你救的我了，对吧？我可真回去的逻辑了，我打都进去的我上，你看不起我了。好吧。啊！嘿嘿嘿嘿！你瞧瞧我说吧，你有古董说吧，你跑回去就躲不成的。谢谢，我是拉不到我吧。我听不懂，只求我付吧。你看我切多。
And so that is our Patugi Points for today. And join me again in the next episode where we look at life with a light touch. Thank you and God bless. Nikikuona kwa mbali na kutazama kama malaika.